My name is Doris Young. I started a Great Lakes truck driving school.
Okay, so what's happened here is that Doris is coming in to talk about how her funding or financing for her students had gotten cut off, where she had it in 2008, but she didn't get it in 2009. But what she doesn't understand is in the Constitution, there's nothing that covers education, and there's also nothing that covers finance. Article 1, Section 8 says nothing about either one of those things, and it's just not the job of the federal government to do it. But the other thing is that when big government gets involved with schools and tries to provide financing, the only thing that it does is it actually raises the prices of education.
People start saying how, oh, you know, Obama's just trying to perpetrate big government. What big government exactly that we've been trying to perpetrate here? We're trying to fund those guys who want to go to truck driving school. Maybe
truck driving schools just aren't where our people need to be. The free market actually determines where people should go to school because there exists a need for those people. Right now, a lot of truck drivers are out of work and they can't get jobs as truck drivers. So it wouldn't make very much sense for our government to subsidize a truck driving school when we don't really need truck drivers. But this is an example of how big government gets things wrong.
Now that's the partnership between the government, the free market, businesses, individuals. That's what we're trying to forge.
Okay, so now we're seeing the problem. The problem is that a lot of people blame the free market for the problems that we have now. But as you can tell, we really don't have a free market. We talk about this government-forged partnership between government and the free market. Well, if you have that, you don't have a free market. Government has no place in the market whatsoever. We haven't had a free market in the United States in over 100 years.
I mean, I understand how people have become mistrustful of government. We don't need big government. We need smart government.
The policies that we're following, they're not going to lead to smart government. They're going to lead to a very big government that thinks it's smart. And that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. It's going to lead us to people like this next guy that thinks that the government needs to be his bank.
I'm a 52-year-old businesswoman from Akron, Ohio. I want to create 1,200 jobs. I spent $60,000 of my own money to do a due diligence. They say I'm having a very difficult time raising money. So I'm not asking for a handout. All I'm asking is loan me the money. I'll account for it. Every dollar, I'll pay it back.
This guy is actually asking for a handout. Where in the Constitution does it give anybody the power to loan this guy money for his pet project? It's not in there. Can you imagine the government bureaucracy that would be required just to find out whether this guy had a good idea or a bad idea? If he's got such a great idea, he needs to go to a bank or he needs to go to a set of venture capitalists and say, listen, I've got a great idea. Here's my business plan. Check it out. And they'll invest in it. If the time is right, if the deal is right, they'll do it. It's not the federal government's job.
But I want to bring this to the United States. I want to bring these jobs, and this is not about money for me. This is about creating jobs.
As a businessman, I would never want to go into business with anyone that says it's not about money. It's always about money. If it's not about money, these 1,200 jobs that the American people are going to put so much money on the line for would probably go away a year later, because if you're not making a profit, it's hard to hire people. So anybody that's not concerned about making money puts himself out there as a bad risk.
First of all,
is there any federal programs that can help me? I just want to borrow the money to create this factory and create these jobs.
I've got a federal government program for you. It's called the Constitution. And if you can go to Article 1, Section 8 and find anything in there that says that we need to loan you money, then I'll consider it.